Mark Pires.
I was walking down the road today, looking for another way to ease my mind and
I'm here
my living.
to ease my mind and help my living. It's Renaissance Man. It's the daily variety show Mark Pires Renaissance Man. I'm here to connect with you, to amplify your current state. And I'm here with you on day 1366 in a row of the Renaissance Man Show. This is the longest running daily variety show on planet Earth, so if you can, subscribe, hit all notifications on, share, and let's get into it. We got a lot we're gonna get into, like we do every single night. There's no plan, there's no script, never has been, never will be. This is 4.5 years of live positivity, variety, live songwriting, comedy, and just getting into the moment, forgetting about the world for about a half hour to an hour every single day of existence. You down for that? How about smashing the screen a couple times? That helps here on TikTok. We are back. We got booted from TikTok during cover song night. I don't know what cover song I sang that was so offensive to some Karen who came into the room, but apparently someone got me booted that night for 7 days. We're back. We're going to play some songs for you tonight. We're going to write a song for you tonight. This is one of my songs here in the background, the other one that started. And the way this works is very simple. You give me a topic, you give me a title of a song, and I will write it for you. Never been heard, there is no song. You just say, hey, you know what? I'd love to hear a song about the ocean on a summer day. Or I'd like to hear about snow falling down in October. I don't freaking know, but just give me a title, give me a topic, give me a concept, and I'm going to write you a song. We're going to do that tonight. Also, I want to share with you, there's a little interesting detail. I am the freaking coffee master, okay? The Renaissance Man loves his coffee. And if you go back and you look at it, I've been drinking a lot of coffee for a long time now. And it's always been like, it's bad for you, it's good for you, it's bad for you. Apparently it's good for you, makes you live longer. So I'm drinking the friggin' hell out of my coffee. Yeah, Joanne, it won't help your heart. She said, what if I drink more coffee? I'm sorry, the damage is done on Joanne. You know, maybe if she wasn't such a wheezer, that would help. Because then she'd be... maybe the coffee would do something, but that wheeze, Joanne, that's the thing I'm really most worried about, is your wheeze. Doesn't seem like that's gonna, coffee's not gonna do anything for that wheeze. We tried freaking WD-40 on it. Nothing. Lubrication, I sprayed for freaking 10 seconds. It says don't do more than 3, I did 10. For freaking 10 seconds. She couldn't... Joanne, are you able to taste? No, not because of the cove and for the bugaboos that you got trusting the psyop. I'm just saying in general, what are you doing back there? My brother Chris is in the house, guys. We got a woohoo first of all. Guys, this is when Matt Zabrowski brings us up a level. Zabrowski, how about it? You done with your Zabrowski? He was just swallowing his last little bit of yoo-hoo right before he did his woohoo. That was something. Sometimes when you're here and then all of a sudden Zabrowski hits you with a woohoo and you're freaking here. Anyway, I'm here with a couple of fictitious people. Matt Zabrowski is a real person, but he actually lives in New York City. I used him in 2006 when I did this album, and it released in 2007. And Zabrowski he's an amazing drummer, and I was honored to have him on that album. But when I finished up my song, Something to Live For, now he never heard any of my songs before. So Zabrowski, in a way, is like me in the sense that he could just sit down and play music. So he'd sit down and hear the beat, and he just goes. Something to Live For and this song, We've Got Time, are the two songs where I freaking saw him rocking on the drum kit. Literally, he was rocking his head, he's getting into it, smacking the freaking toms, going crazy. And I was like, I wish I could have filmed him in his moment while he was getting into my music. It was the craziest thing in the world to see, because at the time, I was like I am now. I was a guy alone creating everything, live looping everything. I didn't have a drummer. I didn't have a band at the time. I got rid of all of them. And I was doing this same thing I'm doing now, but minus the beat seat. I invented the beat seat in 2011 and I patented it. But before that, I did not have percussion, and I'm not a good beatboxer. So I'd be doing all this crazy instrumentation that you hear with my loop station and my guitar synthesizer, but I would not be able... What the hell's wrong with that thing? Oh man, my pedal's acting weird all of a sudden. That's no good. We'll figure it out. But I'm looping and I'm beatboxing. Terrible. Finally, I invented the beat seat, and now I can create these full band sounds. But seeing Zabrowski and his element going crazy to songs I wrote was pretty wild for me. And now he's become a major part of the show. Every single day, Zabrowski hits us with his woo-hoo. He lifts us up a level. And I don't know what we'd do without Zabrowski, you know? What's that, Joanne? Joanne, I could do without your wheeze. She goes, and my wheeze? No, the wheeze I could do without. You know, I'm here hoping not to have a wheeze. But she's like, you guys hear there's a little tinge of that, like, piercing at the same time. So it's wheezy, but piercy wheezy, you know? Guys, Joanne's not real. Guy, I just want to point out that Turtle Shell, my brother, is actually Chris, my brother, the one I told you about the guitar. I was telling you guys yesterday, I said my buddy Chris, he just kind of gave me a little confidence to go at this thing and fix this guitar. And the reality is this is my first real purchase, okay? I was in college still and just getting my first potential record deal. And I took out this guitar and I was like, this is it. Now, this is a little weird story, but this same guitar was up in New Haven, Connecticut, and I didn't have the cash with me the day to get it. And so I was like, I called around because it was gone back in New Haven like a week later. Like the next day, actually. I think I went back the next day, it was gone. And so I'm looking around, and there's a Sam Ash in White Plains, New York. So I drive down there, and I play it. This is it. And there's a little twin, like a ting I heard in like the bridge here, and I never played a jazz guitar, but I was always an acoustic guitar player. But I wanted to start learning how to play lead. Okay, I'm giving you guys a breakdown here I never did before. For the first, until about, I'll tell you the exact day. I went to see Eric Krasno play guitar. He's in a band called Soul Live, and he's actually from New Canaan. And he's in a band called Soul Live, which is this ridiculous jazz fusion band that was around in the early 2000s. And he's a nasty, nasty guitar player. And I would say if I make any weird faces at all, it's because of what I really loved about Krasno, watching Kraz play. He's still traveling and playing. He's freaking awesome. But so when I saw Kraz play at the Irving Plaza in 2001 with Maceo Parker for New Year's Eve, I was blown away because I never saw guitar players like this before. I was used to singer-songwriter stuff. I mean, to give you the full breakdown, for the first 18 years of my life, I listened to rap music. I didn't know anything about real music. One of my best friends in high school used to say, dude, you got to start listening to Jethro Tull and the Grateful Dead and Dave Matthews and Fish. And I was like, the Grateful Dead? Are you kidding me? When I heard the word Grateful Dead, as somebody who only heard hip-hop because his cousin was a promoter of hip-hop in Yonkers, New York, I heard, the Grateful Dead, ginger, jigga, jigga, ginger, we're the Grateful Dead. We're going to eat your kids. Like, what the Grateful Dead? And then when I heard Touch of Grey, the first thing I ever heard was Touch of Grey, and I was like, what? Or Scarlet Begonias. And I was like, what is this? They're like, you're Grateful Dead. I was like, what? This is the Grateful Dead? I thought the Grateful Dead was like Pantera with like freaking death metal on top. Like, what? But think about it. If you know nothing about music and you hear the name Grateful Dead, you're like, dude, those people are thrashing. You've got a mosh pit in the middle. I literally thought there was mosh pits. My friend invited me to see the Grateful Dead in 1995 at MSG, and I just thought that they were a freaking mosh pit having, like, people are going home bleeding. There's a couple dead, spectators. That's what I'm thinking. Like, as a 16, 17-year-old kid, I'm like, dude, I don't want to be one of those, like, I'm not going to be a statistic going to the Grateful Dead, and I'm one of the Grateful Dead. I'm not grateful for that. That one I don't want to be. Not dying at a Grateful Dead concert because they're freaking doing a Pantera, like, eating the firstborn, thing. And then when I heard it and he died, like, Jerry died, like, and this is why the only time I heard it is because Jerry Garcia passed away. And when he did, I heard his guitar playing, and I was like, what the are you kidding me? So I started loving that. Started loving Krasno. Started loving the idea of being able to create what Krasno does with my own music. So we fast forward now. We're here 20 years later, guys. 20 years later, and I think I've mastered the concept of whatever I create now, I could do a Krasno guitar piece on top. And that's the way I feel. And I don't know how to play guitar. I know nothing about the guitar. I know chords. I know the G, I know the C, I know the D, the B, and and some minor chords. But when I play stuff, I don't know what I'm playing. I don't know what anything's called. I never took lessons. I went to a guitar teacher in New Canaan, Connecticut for 6 classes, but it was half hour each time. Are you like an SNL host? Essentially, I've been live every day for the last 4.5 years, since December 31st, 2018. You could say this is like when SNL actually was funny, except I don't have a script. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just having some fun up here. And then I write songs. So the music portion of SNL, yeah. But then I do the comedy news, and that's very much like SNL. Yeah, I would say that. But the rants, I would say, when I get into the truth rants here, this is definitely not SNL. No. That's why you haven't seen me before, Kev. You haven't seen me because I don't know how to keep my mouth shut when it comes to the world we live in. And so when we take away the music, we take away the comedy, and we take away the comedy news, we're left with passion, truth, and honesty. And truth and honesty, it's like, yeah, same word, but like same meaning. But I feel like when you live in the moment, you have no choice but to express the truth of yourself. And that's what I love about doing this every day for the last 4.5 years. My heart beats at a softer pace. I can just, even though the world is crazy, I can shut it off just while we're here and hopefully take you on a ride. Now, Kev, if you're interested, there are 5 full feature films, parodies on YouTube. You can go over there and just type in Mark Pires Renaissance Man and subscribe. I'd appreciate that. I think we just got over 10,008, guys. That's pretty cool. And the 5 feature films are Batmark versus Supermark, where I'm literally dressed up as Batman and Superman throughout the whole freaking movie. It's awesome. And then I'm also Dick Face, who's a character I created. Wayne Doppler, who's the tallest man alive. He's also the inventor of the Doppler 5001, and also another character I created. And who else do we have in there? Sonny the Fists is in it. And I think that's it. I think that's the only silly characters. I played a lot of characters in that one. But the more characters I played... Now, that was the one I think I played the most characters in, would be that one and the Johnny Depp movie we just released, which was movie number 5. But we did Batmark versus Supermark. Three's Company, the Breakup Artist. This is stupid, silly stuff, guys. I mean, seriously, if you're talking about SNL, Kev, this is crazy SNL stuff. No script, an hour and 54 minutes. I think there's some outtakes, but an hour and like 37 minutes of me going from, there's 5 different scenes. And just imagine this. I should just play a couple of pieces of it tonight. I walk onto a screen where I found like 5 scenes where people are so blissfully happy. Like they are so happy. S. Coop loved that one. They're sitting there like by the beach with champagne, smiling at each other, you know, and they're like, it's like they're all alone on the beach, this one scene. And I walk over and I sit down like right between them and I'm like, you know, Tim, it's just not working out, you know. And it's just like this crazy freaking hour and 37 minutes where I'm breaking up happy people on a green screen and I'm the only thing that's moving. And it's just stupid. And it's freaking awesome because it's live stream of consciousness comedy. And then we move forward to probably my favorite movie, or one of my favorite movies, which is called The Wolf of Crypto. And I feel like you'd make a great sports coach kid. Dude, thank you, Kev. I'm going to do that now. Oh my goodness. I freaking got that one down already when he said that. I got a guy that I could totally, the guy who I had as a baseball coach as a kid, Jack the Whack. Whoo, are you kidding me? I didn't do Jack the Whack. Yeah, the movie theater scene is the best one, S-Coop. That's why I left it for the last. So there's 5 scenes in Breakup Artist, in Three's Company, the Breakup Artist. The best one is the movie scene where I sit like right between this couple that's like, or I'm sitting right next to this couple that's on a first date. Oh man, and I take her away from him. It's the funniest freaking movie, guys. But then we move forward. Again, we did A Christmas Story. On the day after Christmas, I released A Christmas Story, which is me going into a couple different homes, you know, green screen style, and doing a news report. And it's total madness. And then Dr. Wayne Doppler's in that one doing a weather report for us. And if you can imagine this, I'm on screen with a 9'10" me at the same time, and I'm interacting with myself live in the moment. We did that. And then we moved forward. Like I said, The Wolf of Crypto, I think was crazy because on January 1st, 2022, I released The Wolf of Crypto. The Wolf of Crypto is called The Wolf of Crypto. And it's basically Peter Bishop is a guy I created in the moment. Everything's in the moment here. It only happened because I said some stupid thing. Like, I just figured out how I can actually get donations in crypto that day. And so I created a little thing. I said, hey guys, here's the link. You can now donate crypto to the Renaissance Man. But don't give me that freaking crap coin, you know, like a freaking BB poo-poo. You better give me something good like freaking Bitcoin or Ethereum, you know? And then the BB poo-poo thing started as like Biba poo-poo. And then for some reason, as you guys know I like to do when I say something silly, I kept going with it and it turned into a movie. When I said BB poo-poo, it turned into a full feature film. That is the craziest thing. That's the best story of all the feature films I've done. Actually, we're not done yet. But that was pretty crazy. I did a feature film by saying the word BB poo-poo. And then I created another one called Pee Pee Poo Poo, which was another, that's because S-Coop said, I thought you were saying Pee Pee Poo Poo in the chat. So I started doing Pee Pee Poo Poo. Now we have 2 crap coins. Then the third one, Ship Shibbity Boo Boo. That one was the good one. You know, people should have come back in for Shibbity Boo Boo, but they didn't, you know. And Peter Bishop, he got the best of everybody. He freaking drug pulled them all, you know, millionaire. Everybody else was crying. And then the best part was when I did the Donald Trump impression at the end of the movie. And I'm there like talking to this guy. Oh my goodness, it's my favorite scene. So I'm talking to this guy fake. I do this. I pick up my phone and pretend I'm talking to someone. You guys know that. Again, Kev's new. But anybody who doesn't know Kev or does know the show, they know I do this. I'll pick up something and I'll just be like, you know, and we're doing it. And so I picked up the call and I was trying to sell this guy. And he wasn't having it. He said he was a Trump supporter and that he didn't want to work with anybody unless they were a Trump supporter. And so I said, you know, Trump's my uncle. And he's like, I said, would you do business with me if you know, if I could get my uncle to, you know, to at least say, look, I want you to work with my nephew. And he's like, if you do that, I'll do a deal with you. And he's like, well, I'm not going to bother my uncle unless you know, how much are you willing to invest? You know, he's like, you know, if I talk to your uncle, if your uncle's President Trump, I'll invest $1 million with you. Like, huh? What? $1 million? Okay, hold on a minute. And then all of a sudden I do this funny thing where I'm like, oh, what am I gonna? I'm pretending I don't know. I don't do a Trump impression. That's what's great about the movie. And all of a sudden, hello, it's Donald J. Trump of Winning Big League. I'm here at Mar-a-Lago. Yeah, no, we're getting down here. Melania, don't go near the gold toilet. I got a poop-a-doop in there later, and you could smelt my gold. You know, you don't want Melania smelting your gold. Sometimes she'll smelt it anyway. She'll do it anyway. You're like, I don't want you to smelt my gold. And she's just like, I'm going to smelt it anyway. That's how she sounds. I don't know if you ever heard her talk, but she does the smelting anyway, just like that. I'm going to tune this freaking jazz guitar. Wow, guys, you come down. Saturday Night Live, of course, you go. You have a good time there. And the music starts playing. You're dancing. You're dancing with your friends out. For the night, of course, you get a call. Your aunt, she says, what are you doing? Go pharmacy, get me some tampons. Whoa, what kind are we getting? XL. No good. Imagine walking into the freaking store getting tampons as Christopher Walken. Wow, I'm here to get some tampons. What do you got? Well, sir, we have the mini. We have the just getting started. We have the I just had a couple kids. And of course we have the I'm a prosy and I get banged on a daily. That's the other one we have. Which one are we going? Wow. That's the one you really have to start questioning. Which one am I getting? Am I getting the bang daily? That's the problem. People just can't figure that part out. What is that? Chris, where's the tuning? I'll tell you what, though. I'm so excited to have the jazz guitar back. So yesterday, I kind of surprised you with something. We're going to do it again tonight. While I do this, let me play this for you. This is what I did last night. I created this song in the moment. Give me a topic. Who wants to write a song tonight? Chris, give me a topic. Give me a title. Give me something. And we're going to write a song. But check this out. This was last night's song.
blame yourself, no stand it clear. If you start opening up your mind to it, you say the blame game. Oh, on the everyone say.
We gotta write something, guys. What are we doing? Oh, Kev bit teeth marks into his ukulele in 3rd grade. Kev, if you still got the ukulele, I'll freaking rock something out on it. Send it my way. I got so many instruments back here. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. I got a stand-up bass back there. I don't play the stand-up bass. You know why? I just freaking... Well, I have my other guitar over here. I just play bass on my guitar. I got a synthesizer, guitar synthesizer. I can play any instrument. So here's another challenge. Either a title for a song, a name of a song, or an instrument you want heard into a song, and I will do any of those things, and we will write a song right now. Jesus loves everyone. That's true, my friend. Thank you, Joe. Guess what? I love everyone. Ryan, how are you, my friend? But yeah, at the end of the day, remember that this show exists because I have a love that comes out of my heart. I wouldn't show up every day for this planet suppressed for freaking 1,366 days in a row if there wasn't something inside of me trying to glow some love into this universe. And so I can't stop. I can't stop because when I come out here, I'm energized by these moments when I create stuff like the blame game. And guess what? That's accurate in 2022. Chris, yes, this is a ES-165 Herb Ellis model. You know what I really like about this? Herb Butter Model what? That's exactly it. Herb Butter is the best model of a Gibson you could ever get, by the way. If you're thinking about getting like a... Uh-oh, did you hear that? Something just clicked. I'm staying away in case that thing freaking snaps. If you guys don't know the story behind this, I snapped the neck on this guitar during the filming of Batmark versus Supermark. My cape is Batman. It's Batmark. When I did Batmark, the guy that was smelling in the streets with his friggin' armpit, right? Right, Pamela? That was the best scene. Every scene in Supermark is pretty freaking awesome. When I'm freaking Mark Wayne, was telling the parents why their daughters suck, that was the best. I dated them all. That's an awesome scene. All right. So that's the guitar. We're going to get back to this in a few minutes. I do want to get into this coffee story first, and then we'll play a song. Okay, how about that? Let's do this. Joanne, can you pull the story of the day up for us? Joanne, stop wheezing. You know, we're here. We're doing a show. You know, and it's hard for me to stay focused on the program when all I hear is freaking Wheezy McGee back there. God almighty. Okay, so this is what we got. Joanne, can you let this story be read, or do I have to freaking subscribe to something here, this stupid Bloomberg crap? It's like I gotta do a stupid Bloomberg crap? You know, Joanne, this is why we have a problem with you. Because all you do... Oh. Where the frick is the story, Joanne? I had it open, and they took it away because you have to sign up for something here. All right, we're going to try to see if it'll let us read. It doesn't look like it's letting us read, though. These freaking bastards. You know what? I opened up the story and changed... Oh, here we go. I think I may have found another one. Unless it's YouTube. If it's YouTube, it's not working. Here we go, guys. I found a good one. Joanne, can you do me a favor and pull the screen up, do a window capture situation so we're all watching it together and everybody can read the story with me? You know, that would be appreciated. Joanne, you got me going, but where the frig am I? I was there and now I'm not there. Oh. Thank you, Joanne. Sometimes she forgets to put me on the screen. Anyway, let's go, Joanne. Can we get in the story? Why do we have a freaking lady back here talking? What are we talking about, lady? Let's see if we can turn her on. Not in that way, Joanne. Joanne's always coming up with really inappropriate information for us to consider. Here we go. What is this? What's Sally Jesse Raphael doing on the screen?
In the back of a New York...
Okay, Sally Jesse, I'm done with you. It turns out, let's go to the top here, drinking several cups of coffee every day is linked to a longer lifespan. Research finds. Sally Jesse Raphael told us. It turns out that drinking a few cups of coffee each day may actually do more than just give you a jolt at work. It might even help you live longer. No, not you, Joanne. Not you. Everybody else. But you got a humongocarditis because you trusted the science. 2 to 3 cups of coffee a day is associated... Joanne, got a freaking pop-up? Why didn't you source us for non-pop-up stories? 2 to 3 cups of coffee a day is associated... Sally Jesse's back! Joanne, what are we doing over here? I don't really see her. 2 to 3 cups of coffee a day is associated with increased longevity and a lower risk of cardiovascular disease, a new study published in the Joanne, this is English, okay? If you're going to read the story, you read it in friggin' English, you know? She said it, she translated it in the moment to German. That wasn't right of you, Joanne. She tried to throw me for a hoop, a hook and ladder. You know, when you're out there, Brett Favre style. Those benefits were regardless of whether the coffee was caffeinated or not, or whether it was ground or instant coffee, based on an analysis of nearly 450,000 people's habits. Ground, instant, and decaffeinated coffee were associated with equivalent reductions in the incidence of cardiovascular disease and death from cardiovascular disease or any cause. Study author Peter Kistler said, the results suggest that mild to moderate intake of ground, instant, or decaffeinated coffee should be considered part of a healthy lifestyle. What's mild? I think I'm doing more than mild. We're going to do one of these a day, sometimes two. What the fuck are we talking about? But when you're doing it, you're doing it. The study specifically looked at the link between... But Sally Jesse's back, Joanne! Freaking stupid face over here. I thought, let's listen to her again. Hold on. Fine, we'll get rid of her. The study specifically looked at a link between mild consumption and cardiovascular issues, including coronary heart disease, congestive heart failure, and ischemic stroke. Nailed it. Participants, I didn't get that one right though, Joanne. Participants were free of these ailments at baseline and asked by researchers how much and what kind of coffee they drank every day, if any. Let's see if we have here any arrhythmia and cardiovascular disease or Alzheimer's. During the time, the cardiovascular disease was diagnosed in more than 43,000 participants, 9.6% of the total. Those who drank 2 to 3 cups of coffee a day had the lowest risk of developing the disease. Researchers found that those who drank ground, instant coffee, or decaffeinated coffee saw reduced likelihoods of 20%, 9%, and 6%, respectively. Get yourself some freaking ground coffee, 20% reduced rate. You know what I mean? You're hoping for that. Additional 30,100 people were diagnosed with arrhythmia. And while ground and instant coffee were associated with a lower risk of development, decaffeinated coffee did not help. Researchers found, unlike other areas, drinking even more coffee made difference for this condition. Those drinking 4 to 5 cups a day seeing the lowest risk. Ooh. Those who drank 2 to 3 cups also saw a significantly lower risk. By the end of the study, 27,809 participants had died. However, that was 6.2%, Joanne. However, it was discovered that all types of coffee were linked with a reduction in death from any cause, with 2 to 3 cups a day associated with the greatest benefits. Ground decaffeinated instant coffees were linked at 27, 14, and 11 cents of lower likelihood of death. Kistler said that while caffeine is the most well-known aspect of coffee, it's likely not the reason for the beverage's life-saving abilities. Coffee has more than 100 biologically active components. It's likely that non-caffeinated compounds were responsible for the positive relationships observed between coffee drinking, cardiovascular disease, and survival. Joanne, I guess it's not that much left. I was done with the story, but there's a little bit left. We might as well get to it. Our findings indicate that drinking modest amounts of coffee of all types should not be discouraged, but can be enjoyed as heart-healthy behavior. This study adds to previous research that coffee, especially multiple cups a day, has several apparent health benefits. Renaissance Man approved. One 2018 study found that over a 10-year study period, coffee drinkers were roughly 10% to 15% less likely to die than those who didn't drink coffee. Another published last year found that drinking 3 to 4 cups of coffee, regardless of whether it's caffeinated, reduces the risk of developing and dying from chronic liver disease. So guys, go freaking fill up your coffee cup. Like right freaking now, okay? I'm going to get the guitar out. Steve Buscemi's back. Holy freaking cow. Buscems, what are we doing over here? You come out here with the freaking googly eyes again. I get it. You know what I mean? Hey guys, what's going on? It's me, Buscemi. Yeah, I know. You're freaking Pesci / Buscemi. I can't freaking look at you, dude. I can't. Yeah, you made me snort. Because your freaking eyes. Sometimes when you're in the middle of it and Steve Buscemi shows up with his stupid freaking eyes. You deal with it. I just can't do it anymore, man. Guys, Buscemi. Can you freaking just close your eyes? Like, that would be helpful. Like, you're going to give me nightmares, Buscems, I'm just here trying to get through the story. I'm going to just turn this way so I don't have to see Buscemi. Yeah. I keep, turning, thinking that maybe he's gone, I'm like, maybe if I turn back this time, he'll be gone. Ready? I'll do a quick flash. He's gone. He's gone this time. God! He's not gone. He's still there. Buscemiing it. Googly eyes. Can you guys let me know when he decides to leave? He's got to close his eyes at some point, right? Blink, maybe, like once. That would be good. Because then I can just break away. Oh, God almighty. That's a case. Whew. Right? Anyway. Is he gone? He's gone, right? Now you get back to the show. He's gone. God almighty, he's not gone. He's still freaking there, Buscemi. Gosh almighty. I'm. Oh, Joanne, maybe what I should do is just get rid of Buscemi completely. Like, that's what I got to do. You get rid of the window capture. You no longer have to be Buscemi. Oh, what, Joanne? He's not here? Oh, Joanne! You tricked me to look back at you and see freaking Buscemi! You know? Every once in a while, Joanne gets one over on me. Freaking Buscemi and Joanne, they're a good team. They're a good team. If you're on TikTok right now and you happen to see this, there is a freaking googly-eyed mofo right next to me. It's Steve Buscemi, except he's like ghostly and ghastly. And, you know, there's something weird in the eyes, you know, more so than you usually see in the movies he's doing. Like, this is a different part he's auditioning for. And I'm feeling creeped out, you know, got like the hair on the back of my head standing up because I think he's still there. I don't know, because I won't look. I'm not looking again. I don't even freaking care if Joanne says anything. I'm not looking. I'm just going to assume he's gone, and then we can get back to the show, you know. That's probably the best thing we can do. Joanne, do me a favor, shut down the window capture, because if Buscemi happens to still freaking be there, I don't want to see him. Oh, he's gone? Oh, freaking hey, Joanne, you did it again! Oh, my goodness. She got me again. 2 times the charm with Joanne, I guess. Oh, thank you, Joanne, for taking Buscemi off the freaking screen before I have a freaking heart attack. Some good coffee right there, right? Anyway, guys, I think at this point, it's probably okay to do a little 1-2 Magoo songaroo. Freaking Buscemi. Doing this again. You know what it is? I got a freaking cable here I never have in the way, and it's hitting something weird here. What is that? Like, all right. what this is going to be yet. We're about to get into something, fam and friends. With the backdrop, yep, it gonna stop yourself from going underground, yes. Oh, yeah. Beat seats, yeah, here we go. Gonna sound sweet, yeah, yeah, yeah. Guys, this is nuts. Much better than the last one. Darkness falls on each and every one. Fresh your look if you dare. Seems that no one cares anymore. Yeah, the door's been closed on everyone you know. Yeah, before even enter the cove. Yeah, it's like nothing went back to normal. Yeah, settle down for the winter. Keep thoughts to yourself. Don't offend, no, don't say what you can't say, 'cause they never understand. You die, you're dealing with insanity.
can't have a conversation without people run away. Run away. Oh. So I double down and I say, what's wrong? Won't you act like a clown? Don't have a conversation. Yeah, see if we can get to a point to where we can smile and we can greet each other, say goodbye, yeah. Welcome you another day, yeah. I ain't gonna feel bad if you don't think the same as me. Yeah, you're unique anyway. You don't need to be anything but you. What you want to be. What you want to be. Oh, what you want to be. Paddle your way down the pond, waiting for the wind to give you a push. 'Cause you can't do it all alone. Yeah, arms are tired. Yeah, you've been waiting for someone to give you words of encouragement that you can keep going. Yeah, 'cause you feel like your arms are folding into the wall. Yeah, I'm gonna rest for a while. Yeah, maybe get there in the morning. What you wanna be? What you gonna be? Before you go to bed, let all of your feelings off your head. Let it out, let yourself feel free. Yeah, you can't have it holding you down in the dream world. Yeah, let it out, my friend. Yeah, if you can't do it, you can't figure out what you wanna be. What you wanna be. What you wanna be. What you wanna be. Take a second, take a breath, take a moment for you to collect yourself. Yeah, maybe you don't wanna move. Yeah, maybe you wanna go down, backwards, all around. Yeah, but you can't move forward. Yeah, what you wanna be. What you wanna be. What you wanna be. What you wanna be. What you wanna be? 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 What
So tonight's song. It's sloppy, but whatever. I should have gone all the way back to the beat seat. There's one part where it's sloppy right here. Right there. The two drum. The rest of it's pretty much great, but I messed that. I messed that part up. Turtle, my brother. I'm gonna have to rock out. One of these days we're gonna. Well, actually, Chris and I talked about going to an open mic because I think I'm gonna start going out and playing, guys. Like not just doing the show. Like I got to get out in front of people. It's funny, but the it's funny that the what I would say is I've been here for so long playing and doing this without any sort of feedback, like live feedback. And when I went to my office the other day, I had to go take some new shots, photos for my real estate business. And when I was there, it came up, they were like, somehow they were talking about the show because my admin knows about the show. And she goes, I don't know if it was the Trump impression, but something came up and they started asking me to do impressions. And so I'm doing the impressions for them. But when I did the Trump impression, that's when I got the biggest laughs from them. But I noticed it was kind of interesting and cool to hear laughter. And so that's what I was excited about mostly, was maybe getting out in front of people and doing some of this live improvisation and seeing if it actually hits. I don't know how you guys respond when I'm doing my crazy, silly stuff like Grimm and Supermark, Batmark. I don't know if people laugh. So basically what I'm doing now is trying to get out and maybe play some shows. It may start with an open mic or something, but I think I'm going to get out and start doing this show in front of people live. So it'll be the Mark Pires Renaissance Man show live instead of just here on the, in my basement. Because I want to start meeting people. I want to start getting out there and hearing some of your stories, bringing them into the show, incorporating everything that we do here, but in front of a live studio audience. And so I need to try to understand, I reached out to someone earlier because a friend of mine knows, he's actually one of our family members here, Michael. And he's like, oh, I know this, I know the owner of Park City. It's like this music hall. And it's great. It's in Bridgeport. It's nearby. And it's a freaking awesome venue. And I was like, man, I'd love to play there. I saw they do open mics there. And then I saw that they were also looking for, potentially for gigs when they open back up. They're not open yet. And so, or maybe they are. I don't know. This is maybe an old thing I saw, but I sent them an email. I just said, hey, this is a song, but I don't want to just do the song. I want to do the show. I want to set up a freaking table there. I want to set a table up at the show with my laptop and open a projector behind me so we could do the comedy news there live. And then I walk over to the guitar and we sit down on the beat seat and we play some songs. And then it's the whole show we do here, but in front of a live studio audience. That's what I want to do. And I want to do it once and see how it goes. And then I want to do it 100,000 times after that. But I think the first time it has to be done, and it has to be done soon. I got to get out there and do this because I'm a type of person where I need to do things in order to understand what I can do and what I can't do. And I'll try it. I'll go out there and try it. I also want to go and try stand-up comedy. I haven't done that in front of a crowd. I've done it here. But I haven't gotten up with the microphone in front of people. There's a place called Stress Factory also in Bridgeport. And I think they do open mic nights. So I'm thinking about trying that as well another night. And doing my impressions, doing some of the goofy stuff we do here, live improv stuff, and just vamping, letting my moment take me somewhere. It's funny, like some people get so afraid to get in front of a crowd. I love that, but I think it's been a while, so it may be interesting to see how that goes. My mind responding in real time to all the other stuff may be too much because I've been here able to allow my mind to freely roam without having to weigh out all the other things going on around me, So I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, see, there we go. Chris said the open mic is always a good time to test the waters, and he's gotten gigs from it too. So yeah, I think that's actually what is going to happen. I think I'm going to go out there and just do a couple opens. There's a place that used to be called the Acoustic Cafe. I played there a few times way back when I used to tour, and that's a place I like to play because people sit down and listen there. I don't want to play venues where people are drinking and like hanging out and they're there to party. I want to go and play venues where people are there to hear the music and listen to the stories that are being told, because I'm going to be writing songs for people live. I think that's what I'm going to do with the show. Sorry, I got 196 songs. I don't think I'm going to be playing those though when I play when I do Renaissance Man live. I think it's going to be exactly what you see here. We're going to, hey, give me a topic. Okay, we're going to write 10 songs quickly. And then we're going to do one really cool loop, maybe 2 really cool loop songs. And that will be this totally different experience, live experience, not where I'm playing songs that or songs that I wrote and then I wanted to display and broadcast for you. We're going to get in front of a crowd and I'm going to write a bunch of songs based on requests right in the moment. Use my pedals and my beat seat to create some craziness. And then we're going to do the comedy news. Then we're going to rant a little bit about the world we live in and see some people walk out. And hopefully see some people cheer as well. But the time has come. it's clear that I can't just continue to broadcast online. I'm not getting to the people that way. I got to get to the people and let them go do the work. S. Coop sent me a really awesome email, and I have to respond. I'm sorry, it's been a crazy day, but thank you, S. Coop. And it meant a lot to hear what S. Coop said. S. Coop said a lot of nice things, and also what's going on. We have a lot going on within this community here. And right now, if you guys can send some love over to MJ, she's dealing with a lot right now. And I'm working on something for MJ, actually. So all things will circle around. But it was nice to hear somebody else say that they have a vested interest in seeing other people find the show. And that was what the message basically, that was the tone of it, was that, we're not going to sit by and let people not find this show. We're going to help. We're going to get people here. And that meant a lot. Thank you, S. Coop. Because it's going to take that. It's going to take 14 people telling 2 or 3 people each to come tomorrow and just see if we can beat this algorithm ourselves. And outside of that, though, if I can get out and play some shows and tell people while I'm live doing an open mic that I'm live every day for the last 4.5 years doing exactly what they just watched, whatever the freak I play in the moment, I don't know. But I do this every day. I'm bringing my beat seat wherever I'm not going with a guitar. I'm going with my freaking beat seat, because that's also an opportunity for me to sell beat seats to people. It's freaking too much fun to not have and jam out on. I'm not going to just go there and be like, no, that's the whole point of what my show is there's something different here. It's a freaking instrument nobody has. It's a show that is in the moment. I don't think there's anything else that's living in the moment with the intention of not coming out here with this plan, But with that in mind, I also have to figure out how to have segments so you guys know which day of the week things are going on. I've been working on a specific set of segments, so you guys may pick this up, but like during the week, it's typically comedy news, and then I'll do a song. Friday nights, every Friday night is cover song night. We play covers all night long. Saturday Night Live, we typically write songs all night, and then we do some comedy. Sunday is usually music and relaxed, just chat. Like sometimes we're going to do Zoom calls on Sunday nights, and then we go back to Monday. It's usually like a motivational comedy news and motivation / ranting, and maybe a song. So the whole midweek is going to be comedy news and a song, maybe 2. But I want to try to get back to this 30-minute mark thing we were doing. So at least you guys are amped for tomorrow's show type, and again, maybe you are, maybe you say, Mark, no, an hour is good to keep it with an hour. But, we need to start figuring out how to, get people like pumped to come back. And the thing is, this is what I keep hearing, and it's not from the, peanut gallery. It's from people who care. They're like, do 1 show a week. And so people are like waiting for that show, and they're excited for the show. Maybe you'll have more people. And I'm like, it's weird to get so many people trying to get you to quit just by saying stuff like that. Like, it's not working, try something, a different format. Don't do every day. People clearly don't want to come back every day and see this, your show. And I'm like, well, nobody can come every day. That I totally understand. But it's a message, there's songs, there's music, there's stuff here, and people could come back for the replay. And this is evergreen. So in 1,000 years, if the cloud is still up and I'm long gone, my content, this message will still be here. And so we have an option to do a few things in life. For me, I'm choosing to leave messages, hopefully for a next generation, if it's not this generation. But I really still hope that we can figure out how to break through the friggin' noise and get people to join us on a daily to get away from the noise. It's a crazy thing. We have to break through the noise in order to get them away from the noise. And I don't know what else I could do besides create and deliver. And we can't get it to people. So I'm not sure. Like here, there's such a weird thing going on. TikTok, I just put out a piece of content a few hours ago. I haven't released it on YouTube yet. And it's a really, really good piece about how, and I think maybe I did put it on YouTube, about sleepy. It's basically about the first 2 years of this administration. And it's not even about that. It's about what I see when I look at this man. And it's only 40 seconds long. But on TikTok, it had 51 likes and 304 views. and it just stopped getting seen. And like anytime on TikTok you get a multiplier that's over like a 10 or less. So if you get a like every 10 viewers, you get a fair amount of views, maybe into the thousands. Okay. If you get one like every 4 views, it should go to 50,000 to 100,000 people at least. I've had multiple that have gone that way. Every 4 views, I saw this. One of them had 250 likes and it stopped right at 1,000 views. And I was like, these freaking bastards, 250 likes and they let it go to 1,000 people and that's it. And then they shut it down. Like, that's so messed up. But I've realized they're curating their content to you. They're not showing something that's powerful and that gives you perspective. They don't want you to have perspective. So this is why if you guys didn't see, Andrew Tate was canceled because he gives perspective. They cancel perspective. I'm an easy cancel job because I didn't ever get to enough people for them to cancel me, to make it a big deal. They just keep me in a hole. So it's going to be grassroots here. That's the end of it. It only can be grassroots. It's not a social media found good talent. No, this is wow, do you guys remember that show? I can't believe nothing ever happened. That's one of those things. And it's only that way if you let it be that way. I can't do anything more. I don't know what else I could do besides go out and start playing in front of people and see if that starts getting them to generate some sort of buzz. You know? I do miss getting in front of people and freaking tearing it up on the guitar. And it's been so long since I've done it. I think I'll freaking float up there. Zabrowski giving me a woohoo in front of a crowd. You know, that's the thing. That is the thing that happens when all of a sudden you got it. Hold on now a minute. I'm actually doing something I planned on doing yesterday or the other day. And this is because it's my brother over here. Where are we? My brother Chris is moderating this freaking chat. So you guys better send the love. No, I'm just kidding. It's funny. We had over maybe the first year and a half, a couple of troll jobs where people came in trying to destroy the show because we're a positivity platform and doing some live creation. And they would, the whole thing they would always go after is the numbers. Oh, look, you don't have anybody watching. Like, you suck, like all that stupid stuff. And I used to be like, it's funny to me because I don't think anybody can make an opinion on what's good or what's bad in life because everything's subjective when it comes to art. But what I could say is this: when someone is truly feeling something and it's coming out of them in the moment and being expressed, I don't care what anybody says. That to me is beautiful. That to me is beautiful. There's no way that it could suck. So like when I watch anybody doing that, when I watch a basketball player in the zone, a golfer take that perfect swing, it's beautiful. Seeing someone create something live in the moment is beautiful. I don't care if it's good or bad. I didn't like the song or did like the song. I didn't laugh or I did laugh. It's something being created and there was nothing there. There was nothing, then there was something. That is powerful. And that's all I could ask for, is to somehow show up and keep creating moments that maybe one day I'll sit down in the recliner and I'll, still remember. Or at least someone can play for me. Hey, Dad, you remember when you did this? Grandpa, I remember when you wrote this song? That would be pretty freaking cool. It's interesting, the things that we don't realize until, the future comes. But there's a body of work that's been created that's kind of crazy here. I don't know if anybody's created 2,700 pieces of content in the last 3 years. 4 years. But and it's not just pieces. Like, we went live for 1,366 of those pieces of content. So it's 1,366 pieces of content plus another 1,400 pieces of content that I created off of that live content. The weird thing is, if I could figure out how to get an editor and someone who just is passionate about just taking content and getting it out there, you could pick any episode in the 1366 and just be like, you know what, I'm gonna pick this one today and go find like a week worth of footage, like little shorts for TikTok. And because every episode I was firmly believing while I was live with this camera here that I'm going to affect a positive change tonight in someone's life, one person's life. And that's why I keep showing up, and that's why I've kept showing up. That's why my motto here in the corner says that, affecting a positive change one person at a time. That's all we could hope for in life. This show should be bringing peace and positivity to millions of people on a daily basis. I keep showing up for them. They just don't know how to find it, or they just are never shared the content. So that'd be a crazy thing. Like, there's a few things I wish I could figure out, like how to reach the patriots, how to reach the patriots of this country, and say, look, there's a patriot show every single night of the year. Not just a patriot show, but lots of songs written about patriotism, written about the truth that's really going on out there, and the very much, what I would say, common sense reality that I think most of the patriots in this country have. If they knew that there was a show live every single night for a half hour to an hour that does similar stuff to freaking whatever, we got, you guys know what we do here. But the end of the day is this. How do we reach the patriots? How do we reach music lovers? How do we reach people who like Saturday Night Live? Those are our three target groups. And then how do we reach people who are watching truth shows? Like Alex Jones and Marfugel's show. Marfugel sometimes mentions us, you rock, brother. But how do we get the people who like Marfugel's show and watch the news over there to come over and get the comedy news and come over and get a laugh and get away from that and do something different for a little while? And the Alex Jones of the world, who Alex is freaking people out. Come on over and hang out for a little bit. We'll do some comedy news instead. But all those things, I think, all those groups are the ones we need to try to reach. People who like live music should be tuning in, because we write music live every night on a new instrument, which I think is kind of cool. So... Hey, my friend, how are you? Yeah, send on over whatever you have. I mean, if you want to send over any lyrics you have, I'll write a song for you with it. We've got 196 songs on iTunes, and about 100 and something of them are Patriot/Truth tunes. I wrote The Freedom Convoy. I wrote Kyle Rittenhouse, Kyle Written Out, Mandate This, Masked Up, Dr. Weasel Fauci is a song, I think, maybe. I don't know. We did a lot of content with him. Yeah, really anytime. Oh, I also did, The Freedom Convoy, I think, was one of the bigger ones because it's controversial, but I did a Justin Trudeau impression. My fellow Canadians. Freaking Liam Neeson's son. Or Castro. Not really sure. Or it could have both been his dad's. They did one of those deals. Adopted, Mark Jones, Jim nailed it, Guys, let me tell you, man. It's Alex Jones. What's going on with that freaking voice, right? He sounds like he freaking swallowed coffee, but then lit it on fire because there was gasoline instead of coffee. He was like, oh, I thought it was coffee. And they're like, nope, gasoline. Lit it on fire. Now his throat's all, fire-ridden. Imagine looking at that freaking stupid throat. S-Coop has a plan. I love it when S-Coop has a plan. I love it when anybody has a plan. Okay? Dr. Evil, look, I've got a plan too. Number 2, can you get Joanne? Down the hall, second door on the right. Poop-a-doop. She's down it, Sometimes when she's just hearing me do a Dr. Evil impression, and I mentioned, getting my number 2 in, she has to go to the potty. Anyway, Joanne, put on this super jet, please. We're doing a show here. Okay. S-Coop, I think that has to be. It's gonna have to be something crazy. It's gonna have to be something crazy. Like I thought I would have to and this is something I thought about doing, and I'm still probably gonna do it for TikTok. And then it'll roll over to all the other platforms. But I think as it gets cooler, I got to put the Batmark outfit on and go out and do something and just film it. You know what I mean? Go and get coffee, go out and, plug in my electric charger as Batmark, and how that's, totally have to do that one. Batmark, being energy conscious, agreeing, going to use the chargers and getting an electric car. The Batmobile, the Batmark-mobile now is actually electric. We're charging it, Here at Trader Joe's, Batmark. Guys, I'm here doing the EV charge. Yeah, I got the Batmark-mobile. Oh, yeah, I'm ready for it. I'm putting the freaking Batmark outfit on. We're doing it. I think that would work, to get some people to be like, okay, we'll share the freaking hell out of this one. Batmark-mobile in training. I'm out there doing it, shooting it, filming it. Cops come by, they want to get a picture with Batmark. Officer, you stand on the right. You stand on the left. No, wait, you stand next to him because you smell like freaking dung. Yep, that's what we're saying, Batmark. Smelly police officer. Maybe you should clean that hiney butt, like Joanne, the two of you. Oh, goodness, guys. Remember, tomorrow, do it all over again. I think trying to figure out how to get on earlier, guys. 10 o'clock, it's tough. It just works. It works for me because everybody's asleep. It's late, But I don't know how many people are up. That's the thing. I think California people are up. We need to get the California folk on because when I go on at 10:30, it's only 7:30 for them, right? So let's get in a line with some freaking people from Cali right now. It's only 9, right? Hey, can I order a pizza? That's what I would do. Oh, Chris, you rock, brother. I'm so glad you made it out again. It's so awesome seeing you today. Jim, my brother. Pamela Swan, Renee Woods, S. Coop, and Turtle Shell, which is my brother Chris, new mod here. And again, it was such a cool thing today. I run into Chris all the time, but I forgot the username was Chris for some reason. I don't know what happened, but I'm pumped to know that. It's funny, Chris, but whenever I see any new name come in, because we are very much this community here that's been here forever, it's the same people. We don't ever get new people to find us. When I see new names, I get really excited. So like when I saw Turtle Shell come back day 2, and then day 3 and come back, and it's just like, I was like, man, I hope Turtle Shell's coming back. And there's random times I've actually thought that in the last 3-4 weeks, or maybe a month and a half it was since I told Chris about the show at the bar mitzvah. Since then, I've seen that Turtle Shell, and I'm like, man, I hope Turtle Shell comes back. Because that's how I always feel when I see new names. I'm hopeful that those people come back for more and get away from what's going on in this world for just a little while. Join me for some crazy journey, some ride into what I call just the stream of consciousness. And within that, there's craziness. So, until tomorrow, V-Dubs in the house. How are you, my friend? Again, Jim, Pamela, Renee Woods, S-Coop, Turtle Shell, and V-Dubs. You rock. Until tomorrow, it's Mark Pires. And it's Renaissance Man. Love you guys. See you tomorrow. You got to go away, yeah. You got to go away.